Hello and welcome to the Ohio Association of College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us this evening. We have a few housekeeping announcements as we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You can direct your questions to a specific school by including their name in the question, or you can leave a question for all of our representatives to answer about their institution. Your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you. This is day one of 2 days of programming for the Ohio Association of College Admission Counseling. So we hope that you are signed up for additional sessions today and that you also are signed up for events on day 2. Also know that in 2 weeks' time, the OACAC will be hosting college search panels. These panels will cover a range of topics for advice on different aspects of the college search and decision process. We hope you'll sign up. And you can do that at strivescan.com/Ohio. This presentation and all presentations as a part of the programming is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same site where you registered. So you can check this out again at strivescan.com/Ohio. I'm really excited tonight to welcome our schools. We have Penn State University, Northern Kentucky University, Ohio Northern, Grand Valley State University, Oakland University, and Western Michigan University. So I'd like to kick it off and welcome our very first presenter tonight from Penn State University.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you. And hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. I am super excited to be with you all today. My name is Jordan. I am the Penn State representative for the Ohio area. So I am very familiar with Ohio, very excited that you all are here. Unfortunately, again, we couldn't be meeting with you in person, but I'm very happy. My goodness, what's happening? All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll tell you a little bit about Penn State. So we are a top-ranked world-class university. We were ranked in the top 50th out of 18,000 institutions globally. So not only does this show our really resounding academics, but it also shows our support and resources we provide to students. This is evident in the numbers below in yellow. You'll see we have an 85% graduation rate and then a 93% retention rate. This is above the national averages, so we're pretty proud of that. If you're unfamiliar with retention rate, it basically means that we have all of our first-year students come into Penn State, and about 93% of those students will choose to stay for their second year. So it's pretty exciting, and as faculty and staff, it's really awesome to see that students are enjoying their time at Penn State and finding success, which is really cool. We do have a lot of other really great services I'd love to highlight here, but I don't have as much time. We do have opportunities in undergraduate research, study abroad, career services, almost anything you can consider, it is available at Penn State. One thing people do not know about Penn State is we do have we have 20 unique campuses in the state of Pennsylvania. I actually have a colleague on here from the Mont Alto campus, so we can feel free to chat with him if you have questions about that specific campus. But we have a ton of campuses to look forward to. So we have campuses that range in size from about 500 students to 5,000 students. It's all the same education. So you always get a Penn State University degree, no matter what campus you attend. You might not have the major you're looking for at that campus, which is okay. All of our campuses offer 4-year degrees, but not all majors are offered at all campuses. So you will need to take a look at that and see what you are interested in. But if you're like, listen, I really want to go to that Mont Alto campus, I'm really excited about it. You can feel free to do 2 years at Mont Alto and then transition to wherever your campus offers that degree. So let's say you want to do pre-medicine. You're like, okay, I want to do Mont Alto for 2 years, and then I'm going to transition to University Park for my final 2 years. You can do that at Penn State. You're also able to do all 4 years at University Park, completely up to you. But our campuses are really unique. They offer really awesome opportunities for you, not just on campus, but also in the community as well. So if you're looking for some community outreach, they have really great opportunities there. Speaking of academic programs, we have 275 academic programs. These are all housed in our academic colleges. So if you are looking for something specific, you would be looking in some of our academic colleges like College of Engineering, College of Communications, College of Arts and Architecture, and you do graduate from that college. So all your majors are going to be housed in that college. So for example, I graduated from the College of Health and Human Development with a major in Human Development and Family Studies. You kind of get to pick and choose what works best for you. And it's very, very flexible when you're deciding to double major or even switch your major. I love this slide. I always tell students, I hope that you're not going to be in the classroom 24 hours, 7 days a week. We have over 1,200 different organizations for you to choose from. The one that I'm going to highlight here is a picture in the background. It actually just wrapped up this weekend, was our Penn State Dance Marathon. They did a virtual marathon this weekend, which was really cool. Students actually stood for 46 hours, no sitting, no sleeping, to take a stand against pediatric cancer. So they raised about $10 million even in a global pandemic, which is really incredible. But there's other activities if you wanted to get involved in club sports, arts and architecture, arts, crafts, anything you can think of. Penn State has that available to you. Penn State was one of the first institutions to implement diversity and inclusion in our strategic plan. This includes not just students, but faculty, staff, and community members as well. So there's several initiatives and events going on campus that you all can get involved into when you join Penn State. It's really remarkable to see what students, faculty, and staff can do when everybody gets together. The 4 things, technically 3 things now, but 4 things that we need from you. We need an online application. So that's through the Common App, Coalition App, or our website directly. We will be sending an email once you submit your application to submit or create a My Penn State profile. Once you submit that profile, you will create a self-reported academic record. So this is all things from 9th through 11th grade grades, and then your 12th grade schedule. As many institutions, we did decide to go test optional this year. So if you are looking to submit your test scores, you can, but you don't have to. Here's a good look at our middle 50%. So these are not cutoffs, these are not minimums, but gives you a sense on where you fall as far as a Penn State student. So we always tell students, if you're wavering on whether you want to submit your test scores, taking a look at this is a great opportunity to say, hey, I'm within that GPA range, but I'm not within that SAT, ACT range. So you can feel free to choose to go test optional, have us fully focus on that high school record. We also have other optional items on the application if you wanted to do an optional personal statement or an optional activity statement, that is okay with us. And last but not least, as many people know, the timeline, August 1st is when our application goes live, so feel free to apply. Early action deadline is November 1st. So if you're looking to apply to Penn State, November 1st is a really, really awesome deadline to follow. After that, it will be a rolling basis. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to turn it back to Jennifer.
Thanks, Jordan, for sharing with us about Penn State. Next, we'll be hearing from Northern Kentucky University.
Hello all, let me share my screen. Okay, can y'all see that okay?
Looks good, Michelle.
Perfect, okay.
Take it away.
Thank you. My name is Michelle Adams. I am an admissions counselor with a large love for Northern Kentucky University. I recently just graduated this past May with my bachelor's in political science, and I'm currently continuing my education by getting my master's in public administration. And so I'll go over NKU at a glance. We are the youngest college in the state of Kentucky. As we like to say, we are 52 years young, and we have been on the Forbes Best College list for a significant portion of that time. As you can see with these pictures, we've grown quite a bit in those 52 years, and we are a medium-sized campus with just under 15,000 students. Making us kind of like a Goldilocks school where I like to say we're not too big and we're not too small. Really making it perfect for a student because they can develop a close relationship with the staff and still have the opportunity to connect with other students. From personal experience, I think the biggest class size I ever had was when I was a freshman. I took a general education requirement and that had 90 students. And then the smallest class that I've ever had was when I was a senior at NKU. And that was literally only like 9 students. We are proud to be the 23rd safest college in America. Highland Heights is a great city. It's close to both rural life of Kentucky and city life. As you can see, we are just 10 minutes from downtown Cincinnati. And I love this picture on the top left because you can see the Cincinnati skyline just on our horizon. I'll be doing a little college overview. And I know when I was in high school and I heard college overview, I was like, what are you talking about? I thought NKU was the college I was attending. But as you can see, we are talking about our academic colleges, meaning that your major and other similar majors are in their own branch at NKU. We have 7 colleges that house the different majors. The way I like to think of it is kind of like if any of you are Harry Potter fans, thinking of the academic colleges as houses like Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, all that good jazz. Our College of Arts and Sciences is our largest college that has ranging sciences like our pre-tracks such as pre-medicine, pre-dental, pre-pharmacy, psychology, biology, ranging all the way to our performing arts. College of Business, College of Informatics, that's where your EMB, journalism, communications classes are. Our College of Education, we really shine in our College of Health and Human Services. That building is brand new. It is in 2018. And this is a very fun fact. If for some reason the state of Kentucky were to go into a full-fledged emergency, then we would be able to open up our building as a fully functioning hospital. Nursing and social work is one of our top majors. Another fun fact is that we are the only school in the Midwest to offer a bachelor's degree in law under that Chase College of Law. But that's Chase College is if you're thinking ahead already for graduate school. And lastly, we have our Honors College. And so the Honors College is an additional application process. However, students who apply for honors will graduate with a minor in honors. So that's really neat. Our campus life, we have 6 different residence halls and living learning communities. Here's just a little picture of it, but I definitely recommend going to nku.edu/housing for even more information. If you live outside of our 50-mile radius, then you are required to live on campus. But something unique about NKU is that our dorms are first come, first serve. Again, I recommend going to that website to check it out, especially because while we are offering in-person tours at NKU, we are not able to showcase our housing for COVID purposes. We have multiple different student organizations you can join with over 250. There's definitely a perfect club for you. We have academic, governance, religious, service, and leadership organizations, 22 different Greek life organizations under 4 different councils. And we also have Division I athletics. Just this last year, this past spring, we were entered into the NCAA March Madness tournament. However, with everything shutting down, we weren't actually able to compete. So who's to say that we didn't win? I don't know. Up to you to decide. We have 11 different programs and departments in the Student Success Center, all free. Definitely go and check those out. And our admissions process, you can apply at nku.edu/apply. We are currently waiving the $40 application fee. We would just need your high school counselor to send us your transcripts, and make sure you send us any transcript from those other colleges if you've taken dual credit.
Thanks, Michelle. We've hit our 6-minute mark. So just a reminder to any of our attendees, the Q&A is open. So please feel free, ask a question of Penn State, ask a question of Northern Kentucky. Think ahead to our next schools that are going to be presenting and drop a question in that Q&A already. All right, so now I'm really happy to welcome Ohio Northern University to present.
Thank you, Jennifer. I'm going to share this. Let's get this up and running. All right, can you see that? Is this working, Jennifer?
Yep, looks good, Wade.
Perfect, thank you. So good evening, everyone. My name is Wade Rhodes. I am the Senior Admissions Counselor here at Ohio Northern, and I want to thank you all for taking the time to come learn about not just Ohio Northern, but these 5 other fantastic schools that are here in our little session. So what we're going to do is kind of do an admissions overview. We're going to talk a little bit about Ohio Northern, kind of give you some facts, and then we'll wrap up with the application process. So, and again, like Jennifer just mentioned, please use the Q&A function if you have any questions. We're more than happy to help all of you through this admissions process. So Ohio Northern, founded in 1871. So we're actually about to celebrate our 150th birthday this spring, and we're really excited about that. But here we've got 5 different colleges for our students. 4 of them are primarily undergraduate serving, those being the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Business, the College of Engineering, and the College of Pharmacy. And our College of Law is the 2nd oldest in the state of Ohio, but it's more graduate students. So those students, have already completed their bachelor's degree and are now working towards their Juris Doctorate. So we've got 58 majors to choose from across campus, ranging everywhere from that liberal arts backbone in the College of Arts and Sciences, so political science, biology, biochem, all of music, all the way to that pharmacy degree, which is a 0 to 6 direct entry program, which is very rare, especially for a school our size. And to that point, we're about just a shade under 3,000 students. So 2,800 students across campus, including those graduate students in the College of Law. So we're tucked in the cornfields of Northwest Ohio, as you can see in that map at the bottom of the slide. But there's a lot of inherent benefits to you as a student with our small student population. Primarily on the slide previous, you saw that our average class size is 20 students, right? So the academic environment is very active, it's very engaging, it's very collaborative, and you'll never feel like just another face in the crowd here at Ohio Northern. Because one of the things that we value deeply is this sense of community, and we want you to feel a part of that instantly. The other benefit is that our student to faculty ratio is 11:1. So not only will you know who your professors are, but they're going to know who you are very, very deeply and know where you're from, what you're interested in doing, and be able to provide this targeted career guidance as you go through your 4 years here as a polar bear. So the Ohio Northern Promise is something that we've developed and come up with over the years to really showcase to students what Ohio Northern is and what we believe in, what we value. And it makes up 3 parts, as you can see. The first part is that we understand that, we want to, college is expensive. I don't think that there's really any sugarcoating that, but we're committed to providing, mitigating that by, providing a 4-year graduation guarantee for all programs outside of the College of Pharmacy. We're also committed to these high impact learning practices, which is a fancy way of saying hands-on learning. And these are interwoven into the fabric of all of our academic offerings. So you won't escape them as a student here at Ohio Northern. And all of those experiences and those hands-on learning practices are going to lead to those job placement rates and making sure that there's something waiting for us on the other side of this college experience. And I'll get into these here in a second, but first, these high impact practices, there's a lot of different kinds. One of them is the second bullet, the capstone course. All of our programs have a capstone course. So just making sure that you learned something over your first 3 years and kind of putting it all together in a project that you get to design and what that looks like. The other aspect is that undergraduate research. And here at Ohio Northern, students don't have to wait until their junior, senior year. They can jump in and do research in their freshman year. And the flip side to that is that they're able to work with faculty on their research over their 4 years here on campus and potentially get that research published in national, international journals all before they walk across the stage. In addition, our College of Engineering has a co-op program where students are spending a full year off campus doing full-time work and getting paid for it. So that does stretch that engineering degree to a 5-year, but that's a full year off campus. And oftentimes, and then last year, I think all of our 100% of our students that did a co-op were hired back at the same company that they co-opted at. So really great experience, really great exposure to the industry that you're looking at. But also you can, all of our other programs have internship opportunities available. Our College of Business requires 3 internships over your 4 years, but all other programs, they are highly encouraged. So some of those outcomes, so 95% of our 2020 graduates this past May were either full-time employed or in graduate school within 6 months after graduation, which on its own is really great statistic. But when you put it in the context of a global pandemic, our students are still being successful, and which we're really excited about, really proud of. And with that 98% reporting rate, which is about 20 points higher than the national average, it's a very clear and accurate representation of what students are doing when they graduate. Zippia.com ranks Ohio Northern #1 in the state of Ohio and #3 in the nation for getting students jobs when they graduate. We've got 200 clubs and organizations, so you'll be more than able to find that right fit for you here on campus. But here at Ohio Northern, we got 2 ways to apply. We are a member of the Common Application. We have our own application, which does open up July 1st. We don't prefer one over the other, just as long as you do apply. December 1st is a great deadline.
Hey, Wade.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but we have reached the end of our 6-minute mark. So,
All right.
But I'm glad you got that screen up for everybody to take a look at. And just also a reminder for you and all of our panelists, don't forget that you can share additional information and links and your contact info to our attendees as well. So definitely do that.
Perfect. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thanks, Wade, for sharing about Ohio Northern. Appreciate it. All right, our next school today is going to be Grand Valley State University.
Okay, Jennifer, can you see my screen okay?
Yes, we can see you, hear you. All looks good, Libby.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to be here. My name is Libby Bonnell, and I am one of the assistant directors at Grand Valley. I've been at GVSU for 10 years. And Ohio is my territory, so I'm very excited to be talking with all of you today. Well, as you know, we like to talk, so I'm going to jump right in. Grand Valley is a mid-sized public university of 23,000 students. We offer 300 different areas of study, but we're best known for engineering and computing, business, and health professions. We have over 40 master's and doctorate programs, many of which we're known for, but one of the biggest areas is health professions at the master's and doctorate level, where we have physical therapy, physician assistant studies, and speech pathology, for example, but the list goes on and on. We are the biggest small school you will find, and for a number of reasons. The average class size is only 26 and faculty teach your classes. So you're going to get this personal interaction from your professors, and our mid-sized university is located in a small town, Allendale, which is 12 miles outside the second largest city in Michigan, Grand Rapids. So it's like we have this vibrant residential campus community in Allendale, but we're close to so much within West Michigan and the Grand Rapids area. We offer a liberal education focus, so we provide our students the educational tools that all employers want in a very fast changing world. But think of the university requirements as like the breadth of creating a long-lasting career and your major requirements offering you the depth of your industry. We also offer a lot of fraternities, sororities, faith-based organizations, political organizations, programs that are related to your major, like the pre-med club, for example. We're also Division II in athletics, NCAA, And we do have the best Division II athletic program in the entire country. We also have one of the largest club sports programs in the country and a very vibrant intramural program. So there's something for everybody. We're a safe community with a ton of resources. We have like the tutoring center, disability support resources, the University Counseling Center, the Office of Multicultural Affairs, the list goes on and on. What makes Grand Valley unique as well are like the many opportunities that are available to our students at their fingertips. So we want your time at GVSU to be the best experience to set you up for success in life. And we really encourage our students to get involved in these 3 areas. The first one being research. We have an office of undergraduate research that will help students get connected with faculty and with projects. One example is students in public health are currently studying the impact of COVID, persistent stress on student health and wellness. Another example is the psychology department. They're exploring the strongest psychological factors that predict who will get the vaccine, as well as how our way of thinking determines how we view the pandemic. But then we have some very interesting research going on in non-STEM related majors, like how Black women are represented in popular US magazines. So there's a ton of research to be done at Grand Valley to really make your experience impactful and build your resume. Study abroad, we're ranked nationally for study abroad participation, and we boast a wide variety of programs, as well as scholarships for studying abroad. Internships are huge at GV. Going back to our best of both worlds location, we offer a lot of internship options in Grand Rapids and the entire West Michigan area. We're also 3 hours between Detroit and Chicago, so our local and our national network is very strong. All right, as far as cost goes, Grand Valley is in the lower third of the 15 public universities in Michigan. There are many scholarship options as well as financial aid. And we may even have some scholarships for you that cover that in-state, out-of-state tuition difference plus some. So definitely apply to Grand Valley as soon as you can so you don't miss out on any deadlines. As my peers have talked about their application process before, for us, it starts in the summer. You can fill out an application and then we'll start reviewing applications in September. The first step is going on our website. We do not accept the Coalition or Common App. We have our own application on our website currently. And yes, we have a holistic approach with reviewing your transcript, your application, and your test score. But test scores are not required for fall 2021 or fall 2022.
All right.
Oh, is that it?
Yes. Sorry. I know 6 minutes flies, doesn't
It's
it,
crazy.
Libby? It
No.
really is. Yes.
There's my last slide. I'm done.
Great.
Thank
Students
you.
can grab that, and also you can feel free to drop that to publish out to the students too. Thank you so much, Libby, for sharing more with us about Grand Valley State University. I'm really excited to welcome our next school. So up next will be Oakland University.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and quickly share my screen with you all. My name is Reem Habib. I am one of the admissions advisors here at undergraduate admissions at Oakland University. I am your representative from Oakland University. So if there's any questions, concerns, appointments you'd like to set up in the future, please do reach out to me. I want to start off our presentation with a quick video to kind of show our wonderful university.
Oakland University has advanced on a challenge. With passion and determination, we have propelled into all facets of the human experience. we have transformed the lives of more than 100,000 students, igniting curiosity, enabling innovation, empowering voices, creating opportunity for all the dreamers and doers who are ready to change lives. The stage is set again. We are stronger. We are more determined than ever. The next level of transformation starts now.
So that's just a quick video to really show you our students and their passion and their academic disciplines at Oakland University. A little bit more about Oakland. We were founded in 1957 thanks to a generous $2 million donation from Alfred and Matilda Dodge Wilson. We are a young university, which is exciting because there's room for constant growth. We are located in Rochester, Michigan, and I have our distances from some of our cities close by. So from Toledo, we're at 1.5 hours. Toledo, and then Cleveland, we're about 3 hours away. So we're right around the corner for you just to find a home away from home. We are known as the #1 safest public university in Michigan, and we're ranked nationally as the 3rd safest university in the nation by College Magazine. We have a beautiful campus of over 1,443 acres. Our central buildings are located on Central Campus for easy access. We have a very active student life here at Oakland University of 300 plus student organizations, which range from our academic, social, political, spiritual, and so much more. We have 18 Division I athletic teams, just part of the Horizon League. I'm so proud of all of our Grizzlies, and especially during this year, so proud of them for all that they do. We have about 19,000 students on campus. And so as my peers have probably mentioned, we definitely encourage you to get involved your first year at your campus, because that is the best way to find a community within a community and find that belonging. And so we love to see our students active, and we hope to see you as a future Grizzly just as active. Oakland University has over 140 undergraduate programs and at least over 130 graduate and certificate programs. But let's get through undergrad first, and then we'll worry about grad school later. These are divided between our colleges and our schools. We have our College of Arts and Sciences, School of Engineering and Computer Science, School of Business Administration, School of Health Sciences, School of Education and Human Services, and our School of Nursing. You can learn more by going to oakland.edu/academics. At Oakland University, we actually have our William Beaumont School of Medicine, which welcomed its 10th class in the fall of 2020, right on campus. So this really helps our students have a wonderful academic environment for if they're thinking about the healthcare field in the future. Now, with our total cost of attendance, at Oakland University, cost for the full year as a full-time student living on campus is $24,214. Housing is optional at Oakland, and so it is not a requirement for our students. For our out-of-state students, we offer the non-resident award, which is in-state tuition rate. So that means if you have at least a 2.5 cumulative GPA or higher, we will automatically provide you the non-resident award for in-state tuition. So you'll be paying exactly what our Michigan students will be paying as well. Speaking of paying for college, you won't have to worry about additional fees at Oakland University. We are considered a fee-free institution. So that means parking is free, attending our University Recreation and Wellbeing Center for using our Zumba classes, basketball courts, Olympic-sized pool, all of that. At OU, there are no lab fees, registration fees, and so much more. So that's something that you should definitely keep in mind as well. Applying to Oakland is for free. We don't have any fee waivers because there's no cost whatsoever. So go to oakland.edu/apply. For our admission criteria, our students are coming in with an average of a 3.5 GPA and an 1130 on the SAT. However, we are admitting students with at least a 2.5 cumulative GPA and are currently test optional for fall 21. For our transfer students, we ask students to have at least a 2.5 cumulative GPA and all college transcripts to be submitted. Students with at least 24 credits or less must provide high school transcripts for decision. We do have incoming scholarships for our students that are automatic based off of your high school GPA and your SAT or ACT score. We do have one scholarship that is for test optional students as well. And with our March 1st deadline, we have actually pushed that back as well. So for our incoming seniors, if you're still taking the SAT or ACT, I'd encourage you to take that in for additional scholarship consideration. I want to let you know that by going to oakland.edu/visit, you'll be able to check out our virtual campus tours and many additional academic visit days. We have a virtual business day coming up March 6th, and this is a great way to learn about our business program. And I thank you for joining me today. I provided my contact information over here, as well as a QR code for you to sign up for a one-on-one appointment if you would like. And I wish you the best during the rest of your day today.
Thank you, Reem, for sharing more with us about Oakland University. We are now coming up to our sixth school to present tonight. So we are very excited to now hear from Western Michigan University.
Hello, everybody. I hope you can all see my screen. My name is Susan Pendleton. I'm an admissions counselor for Western Michigan University.
Hey,
I've been in this
Susan,
role for about 3 years.
Hey,
Yeah,
Susan, could you share your screen one more time?
yeah. All right, let's try to share that one more time. Can you see my screen now?
It's coming. Yep, there it is. I can see you, hear you, and we've got the screen.
Perfect.
All right, go ahead.
Perfect. Hi, everybody. My name is Susan Pendleton. I'm an admissions counselor for Western Michigan University. I've been in this role for about 3 years, and I absolutely love what I do. I make all admissions decisions for students from Oakland County, Livingston County, and Michigan, but also the whole state of Ohio. So know that when you apply to Western, I'm the person who would see your application. I'm the person who would review it and ultimately give you that admissions decision. So purpose of this is to give you some quick facts about Western, talk about scholarships, the application process, things you would want to know as you progress through your junior or senior year, depending upon where you're at right now. So starting off, like with every great story, I like to start off with a year, and that year for you is 1903. 1903 is when Western Michigan University was founded, and that's back in Kalamazoo. So we had one academic college. It was the College of Education and Human Development. And that college offered a variety of programs that all taught students how to become teachers. So if you fast forward to the present day, we have 7 different academic colleges with over 150 programs to choose from. So chances are, if you're already interested in something, you're passionate about something, of course we have a program for you. And chances are we are also nationally acclaimed for that program, which is super exciting. Now we do have roughly 21,000 students, and I don't want to intimidate you. A lot of students on a regular basis say, oh my gosh, Susan, 21,000, that seems like that's a high number. I don't know if I can handle that. Let me tell you, 21,000 is really not that overwhelming of a number. Even at Ohio State University, they have roughly 66,000 students. That's what we would consider as a large university. Let me put this number in perspective for you. So 66,000, that's a large university, right? Our neighbors in Kalamazoo College, they have roughly 1,500 students. We consider that a small college. So where the heck is Western? I'm going to tell you, Western is smack dab in the middle. So we're actually considered a mid-size institution. And honestly, as a mid-size, we're that nice little sweet spot. We have the best of both worlds. We have that large university attitude, pride, Division I sports. We're a top-tier research institution. We conduct research at the highest national level. As a matter of fact, if you want to be a part of research from day one, you can do it as soon as freshman year, which is huge. A lot of our large universities, they provide these research opportunities for the upperclassmen, right? Juniors and seniors. If you want to be part of research right away, go ahead and do it. It is an amazing way to bolster your portfolio as an undergrad student and showcase to employers what you can really do. Now, because we're also that mid-size, we feel like a small college at the exact same time. And you really see this in our class sizes. Our student to faculty ratio, as indicated here on my screen, is 16:1. So on average, your class sizes are like 32 students or less. And you're going to notice that as you progress in your program, your class sizes, they get smaller and smaller. Let me tell you, this is the ideal setup. Having been a student myself for what seems like forever, I'm finishing up my 3rd degree at Western PhD program. I'm 4th year PhD program. I love the fact that we feel like a small college. I love the fact that you never feel like a number in a classroom. I love the fact that you can honestly have these close relationships with your professors from day one. And when you choose a university that has these smaller class sizes, you're ultimately choosing to be part of an environment, a learning environment that is conducive for building professional relationships. So let me tell you, that is exciting, and that is something that I always love to highlight and Western provides to our students. Now, talking about the admissions process, yes, there are a multitude of things that I need from you so I can make an admissions decision for you. First and foremost is the application. So we are Common App friendly, love to shout that loud, shout it proud. Also, we have our own institutional application called the Gold Gateway application. Both are totally fine. The idea is to apply early and preferably by December 15th of your senior year. I'll get into a little bit more about why I say that in just a moment when I talk about scholarships. Second thing is the official transcripts. So if I have a transcript from your school, that is totally fine, as long as it's sent to me through an official means, whether it's Parchment, Naviance, or a third party. If that's sent to me officially, I'm ready to take a look at it. Now, SAT test scores, this is kind of the theme of this year. And as a matter of fact, it's going to be the same thing for 2022. We are test optional. What I do want to iterate, though, and reiterate is the fact that your scores, if you decide to send us SAT or ACT test scores, they can only help you, they cannot hurt you in terms of admissions. I encourage you to take a look at what schools mean by test optional. There are schools out there that say, yeah, it's totally up to you if you want to send us your test scores, but if we get your test scores, they can negatively impact your admission because we have them on file, we have to look at them. At Western, if they don't help you in terms of admission, I don't care about them. I throw them out, they become irrelevant in my mind. So no, they can only help you in terms of admission. So to reiterate that. Now, last thing is the application fee, which is $40 to apply to Western unless you have a fee waiver. Now let's talk about cost of attendance. You'll see the breakdown here: tuition and fees, room and board, and books and supplies. Now you guys will take a look at the non-Michigan resident side. As you can see, there's really not a big difference between our in-state and out-of-state students. And this is pretty awesome. What I can tell you, 3 years ago, our non-Michigan residents fee, it went down from $27,000 to $16,000. So we're trying to make it more affordable for students to choose Western regardless of where they come from. And honestly, we wouldn't be as diverse of a student body and institution as we are if we didn't do everything in our power to make tuition as affordable and education as attainable for as many students as possible. So you'll see the breakdown there for that. Last season for you, scholarships.
We've hit our 6-minute mark. We've hit our 6-minute mark. So
perfect. Take a look at this, you guys. I did put some links in our chat, so feel free to take a look at the view book that has all the scholarship information included for your reference. But let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to set up private consultations.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing more with us about Western Michigan. All right, we've heard from some great schools, and I know we're coming up on the very end of our time, but I really want to squeeze this in. So if all of our representatives could turn their cameras back on and rejoin, I would love, even if it's a little bit quick, to still hear from each of you sharing just a little bit more about that campus experience, of things students could look forward to, and to share a favorite event or tradition that's really meaningful or fun and exciting for your campus community. We'll go in the same order. So we'll start with Penn State, and then as one finishes, just turn off your mic and feel free to answer and go next in the order you presented. So thanks.
Awesome. Thank you. I love this question. Penn State does have a ton of traditions. If I could choose one, we actually just wrapped up our Penn State Dance Marathon, which happened this weekend. It's the largest student-run philanthropy in the entire world. There's 20,000 students that get involved in it, and they raised $10 million for pediatric cancer. So congrats to the students that participated, but that would be our favorite tradition.
Northern Kentucky University, my favorite tradition personally is our Fresh Fusion event. And so then what that is at the end of orientation, right before everyone's about to start school, all of our clubs and organizations meet around our campus lake. It's called Loch Norse, and they set up booths and get students to try to get involved in their organizations. We invite local vendors like Skyline, La Rosa's, Graders, to give food samples out. And it's like a big carnival. And so I like that, being a grad, and then I like now getting to watch the students have fun too.
So here at Ohio Northern, I think my favorite event or tradition is having mud volleyball in the second week of classes, where students get a chance to roll around in 2 feet of mud without a care in the world. And in fact, in the past, our president has gone out and other administration in suit and ties and gotten down and dirty with the students. So yeah, it's a great time.
That sounds awesome. We have a ton of traditions with homecoming week and all that good stuff, but behind me is a recent picture of our campus where we had Winterfest and we did snowball fights and hot cocoa by fires outside and just had a ton of fun soaking up this West Michigan winter. So I'd say that was a pretty cool tradition we just had with COVID still.
At Oakland University, my favorite events on campus to look forward to are the Grizz Fest, where all of our student organizations come around our Elliott Tower outside, and they have a table and they getting all these new students, whether they're incoming freshmen, transfer students, to get to hear about their student organization, sign up for what they're interested in, whether it's academic, political, spiritual, political. And they're just so much fun. And I, as a staff member, definitely always go from table to table just because I'm curious about what our student organizations that we're involved in. And of course, the snacks and the giveaways too.
So besides our Bronco Bash Fair, where companies from all over Southwest Michigan come to speak with our students about their businesses and just encourage students to explore and get active, my absolute favorite event at Western is our International Festival. Every March, April time, we have students from over 150 countries that study at Western. So we have a very large international population. And it's so cool to go to our Bernhard Center, which is really a community center, and learn about other cultures, eat the food, dance the dances, learn about art and what music. And it's such a beautiful way to get to know people from around the world. And I always tell students, when you go into any classroom at Western, you're going to feel like you're surrounded by a globe of citizens. You'll make friends from around the world, and it's so exciting.
Thank you all for sharing. I hope, I know I want to go see pictures of all these events, and I hope that those who attended or are watching this later also feel inspired. We've come to the end of our time together tonight. I want to say thank you to all of our representatives for sharing not just the facts and figures about your schools, but also your passion for the unique and awesome student experiences there. Thank you for everyone who's watching this, who attended tonight or is watching this replay. We are so excited and hope that this gives you great information to help you with your college search. When you close your window, there's going to be a very quick 4-question survey at a link, and we hope that you will complete that and appreciate all feedback that you can provide. Again, this is just one of many sessions that are being hosted. So we hope that you will sign up for more sessions at strivescan.com/Ohio. And in about a week's time, you'll find this recording as well as all other session recordings at that same website. Thank you everyone again for spending time with us today, and have a great night. Goodbye.